Welcome to Ascend You, the show that teaches you how to get the most out of life so you can confidently step into who you were meant to become and claim a life full of passion and purpose. I am your host, Kimberly Shukla, psychologist, life and empowerment coach, as well as the founder of DivinityMagazine.com and Divine Productions TV, and now Ascend You. Today we're going to talk about this concept of twin flames and dispel all the misconceptions and illusions surrounding it. You're going to get the bare truth about twin flames from the angelic realms. I'm going to talk to you about this misconception that there is 144,000 twin flames or individuals who are going to be saved. I'm going to really dive deep into who twin flames actually are and how to know the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate. I'm going to talk about the true purpose of twin flames, and it's not what you think. But mostly, I'm going to open your eyes to why you've been fed so much BS about this twin flame phenomenon and how to move forward from it. You won't want to miss a minute of this episode. But first, hit it! This idea of twin flames has truly become an industry all its own. We're hard-pressed to be on YouTube or the internet without seeing videos, tarot readings, or advice on this twin flame journey. The problem with this is that everyone is now taking advice from people trapped in a 3D reality about a concept that is so far beyond a fifth-dimensional reality. How can one talk about something that is beyond their dimensional consciousness? Twin flames come from a 12th dimensional or above energetic reality. So, let's get down to the truth about twin flames. And my goal is not to disrespect anyone here. Tarot readings are a third dimensional tool. They can give you messages that you may need to hear right now, but at the same time, listening to them and not working on yourself is keeping you trapped in the third dimension, thinking and behaviors. You're looking outside yourself for the answers that come from within. Hundreds of thousands of people believe that they're in a twin flame relationship or on a twin flame journey because of the widespread misinformation surrounding the concept. In bringing this truth about twin flames to light, it's not my goal to disrespect anyone. My goal is simply to express the truth as it has been expressed to me from Michael, Metatron, my Arcturian family, and others on the other side of the veil. I myself am part of a twin flame couple. At the time of this recording, I'm not with my counterpart in a relationship. We're still friends, and I continue to feel him energetically and talk to him telepathically. Throughout this journey, I've learned many things through karmic lessons, from my guides, and from being able to connect with not only my higher self, but through connection with other realms and realities as well. I'm going to share those lessons with you today, and I can tell you, most of it's completely contradictory to everything you've ever heard about the twin flame relationship. First, I want to address who these twin souls or twin flames actually are and what their true purpose is here. We'll begin right back at the dawn of creation itself. Over 2/3 of the original monad souls created by the creator gods are created as twin souls. Two beings, each representing an aspect of either the male or the female gender polarity. Two halves of one whole, identical soul blueprints. The original monad souls are the originals that were created by Source Mother and Source Father. From these original monads, sparks or fractals were created, little energetic pieces of each that created another soul. Which means that twin flames exist as fractals, both here in the physical reality as well as in other dimensions and realities, all at the same time. They are sparks of original creation, the oldest of the souls. We've been told by so many people and within our religious teachings that there's 144,000 twin souls, or those who'll be saved. This was a huge misinterpretation of biblical text. In the book of Revelation 7:14, it reads, "Then I heard the number of those who were sealed or saved. 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. First, let's discuss the fact that the original human being was Adam. And the number 144,000 is symbolic. Original text was created in Hebrew. Every Hebrew letter also represents a number. Within the letters that spell Adam, the number corresponds with M is 40, corresponding with D is 4, and corresponding with A is 1. So within Adam, we have 1440. And I know you're telling me that there's 2 ones in Adam because of the A, but it's irrelevant. When the Hebraic Bible was originally written, the number referred to the house of Adam, the original human. As the Bible was translated from Hebrew to English, it was misinterpreted. Now, it's also important to understand the term Israel. It does not refer to the physical place on our maps. First, understand that the true meaning of the original biblical teachings were fiercely protected and taught only to those who had proven their moral purity and trustworthiness. As human beings degenerated and turned to barbarism and cruelty, the divine knowledge was taken underground. The secrets are still hidden there within the symbolism, but very few will see through the code. The rest will pass on in misinformation. Now, Israel is a compound word. Is comes from Isis, the divine mother. Ra is the Egyptian divine father. And El is God. Therefore, Israel is the inner God of each person. And you might question why the translation comes from both Egyptian and Hebrew. Well, Moses was born a Hebrew but raised to be an Egyptian pharaoh. He was schooled in both traditions. He was taught the secret knowledge and coded his words to keep them from the morally impure. When the Bible states that Israel is trapped in slavery, this is a symbol of one's own inner divinity trapped within the degenerated mind. There is only one path to true union with God and oneself, and it is not reserved for 144,000. It is reserved for those with the true knowledge, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. Back to the truth about twin flames for a minute. There are dynamics and mechanisms and paths of awakening and enlightenment that happen with singular souls that don't happen with the twin souls. When a twin soul incarnates on a lower learning 3D physical planet such as Earth, and Earth is only one of the lower learning 3D planets, the other twin often remains behind on a higher spiritual plane to provide intuitional guidance. One twin will guide the other on their path energetically, physically, and intuitively. They work together even though one is not physically with the other. There are occasions when the undertaking of a joint mission on Earth is so important that twin souls pre-arrange to share this third-dimensional incarnation together. They typically arrive here at separate times, thus the reason one is typically older than the other. The age difference is not extreme. My twin is only slightly younger than me. When they finally do meet here on Earth, they will usually experience an instant, deep, energetic, spiritual heart connection, where they intuitively remember their eternal spiritual connection. They may even recognize scenes from this pre-planned earthly meeting plane because they have already previewed it on the spiritual plane prior to incarnating here. Many people confuse soulmates with twin souls or use the terms interchangeably because of all the misinformation floating around. Soulmates are part of those people that you surround yourself with, those that you believe are like-minded or like-hearted, those that you often form friendships with, or that you will choose to enter partnerships and relationships or even marriages with. Your best friend can be a soulmate. It can also be a member of your soul family. There is a soul agreement between you that you'll be on this planet together with those beings, to learn from them and with them. When you meet someone and you know them for 5 minutes and you know that you love them and you share something much deeper, that's the recognition of someone that you've not only traveled with before, but someone who's a soulmate, someone who's part of your soul family. That's how you recognize one another. It's that almost instant connection. That's not a twin flame. So what is a twin flame actually? To begin with, twin souls are like actual twins, fraternal twins. You're both part of the same light, same hope, same mission, same vision, same energy. They are you. It's the other half of you. It's the closest part of you, almost like being part of your heart. And because you are almost literally one, you will feel them energetically no matter where they are, who they're with, or what emotions they're going through. You'll feel their sexual energy when they're with another. You will feel their joys, pain, anxiety, everything, no matter the physical distance between you. There's a telepathic resonance between you. There is a bond that cannot be broken. When you meet your twin in the physical for the first time, there is an undeniable soul pull towards them. It's not just that feeling that you somehow know them. It's a very deep, intense pull energetically. It's not a physical pull or a sexual pull, but a full soul pull to the other. It's a soul knowing of who they are energetically and in their heart space. It's not an intellectual thing. It's a transcendent soul experience. Twins' preferences, tastes, and work are complementary. Their mental capacity is the same. Their taste in food, music, sense of humor, it's all the same. Their handwriting and the lines on their palms are similar. Even their state of health is the same. They flow in complete unison with one another. Now, we're told that our twins are here on Earth with us and that we're waiting to be reunited with them. It's extremely rare that we will incarnate into the physical form with a twin flame. That situation only happens when the mission is of such magnitude that it's necessary. It is reserved for those with the greatest missions. If you've ever had a dream of a past life and you saw yourself with a partner, that partner would be a soulmate or someone from your soul family. There has never been a time in history until now that twin flames were on this planet at the same time. There was never a need for it, unless it was Jesus and Mary Magdalene. One twin incarnated here or on another 3D planet in order to live out certain experiences and learn karmic lessons that would help them grow, evolve, and reconnect with their highest selves, and in order to complete their mission in the here and now. The other twin remained in the spiritual realms, assisting and learning telepathically, intuitively, and energetically through the lower twin. For almost all of you, if you have a twin soul, your twin soul is on the other side in the spiritual realms. Not everyone has a twin flame, but they will have several soulmates. When you as a human being are looking for a partner here in the lower dimension, what you are innately doing is seeking for the qualities of your twin, your divine counterpart. And what's happening at the same time is that your twin soul is also assisting you, doing a lot of the behind the scenes work and helping you to meet a divinely orchestrated partner here on Earth, a soulmate. Your twin will set you on the path of another human being, a soulmate that resonates with you in order to learn more about yourself and clear your patterns. They may feel like a twin flame, but they are a soulmate sent to you by your actual twin. You will know your twin flame because you have seen their face, either in a dream or when you close your eyes. You see that face, you see those eyes, and the energy of your twin flame because that's how close they are to you. You will connect with their higher self, regardless which dimensional reality they reside in. Now, I had the first encounter, I remember of him back in 2009. That first encounter happened in the astral. I saw the alchemical marriage between us. I saw the meeting place where we will come together physically on this plane. Being connected with your twin soul is not only like holding yourself sacred, it's also confronting every shadow, every part of yourself, so that there is nowhere to hide. If there are issues to be cleared, it will be front and center and it will be immediate. Your twin soul is your mirror into all of your dysfunctional patterns and conditioning. And you will most likely run from one another because of the intensity and pull of the connection, as well as the things they pull up in you. Your insecurities, your childhood wounding, your feelings of lack, feelings of inadequacy, fears, the ego parts of yourself that need to be eliminated and healed. Now, understand also that if there are unhealed parts of yourself, your twin, if they're not here on this planet with you, they will guide you towards a soul family member who will also mirror you to help you face and heal those wounds and programming. There is a serious misconception that if you're going through hell with a partner, that they're your twin soul. That's not the case. All of humanity is here to ascend and heal old wounds, regardless whether they're in a twin flame relationship or not. If you are going through hell with a partner, you are most likely in a karmic relationship with a soulmate. A person who has been placed in your path to teach you deep lessons about yourself, self-love, and all of the damaging beliefs and programming you've been holding on to. Most people would rather remain where it's comfortable than face the situation head on and move forwards. And understand that the process of mirroring and dealing with your unhealed issues is not the same for twins. We still go through it, but it's at an accelerated rate. It's a death and rebirth almost daily. We see the issue and almost immediately you are presented with the dysfunctional patterns that you've been playing out, and you energetically heal them, release them, and move on to the next. You don't even realize how much you've cleared until you step back and see how different you and your life have become. And I'm not saying that this happens overnight or even quickly. It depends on the individual person and their willingness to do the work. But it does happen much differently for us than for others. Twin flames have been together since the dawn of creation. They are together throughout one's entire time on this learning planet. A twin flame counterpart will be by one another's side energetically for everything the other has ever experienced. Neither twin can intervene and protect the other from experiences in life. They can energetically soften the blow, but the lessons are yours to learn and heal from. And because twin flames are literally one, when one does the work of clearing the debris within themselves, it automatically elevates the other energetically as well. They will still have their own karmic lessons to get through, which might cause them pain, but they are not suffering from yours. And like you, they're only suffering if they choose to remain stagnant, play the victim, and not do the work. It's typically the male counterpart that takes the longest to heal. He's usually the one remaining in toxic relationships and enduring the pain, trying to live up to everyone else's expectations and not living for himself, not freeing himself. He's typically the one who chooses familiar and comfortable over following his spiritual purpose. And there is not this immature resentment that you did all this work and went through all this pain and they get to reap the benefits. There's a peace, an understanding, and a gratitude towards one another. The love is amplified within self. When you have healed and worked through all of the human issues of personality and ego and emotional debris, then a magnificent bonding will occur that has never happened before in human form. But don't assume that you embrace each other in its infinite bliss. Infinite bliss only occurs when you have let go of all of the illusions of who you are and when you have finally embraced the truth of yourself. When you have reached that stage of being an ascended master and released all the parts of victimization and ego that reside within you. There are many misconceptions surrounding twin flames. Things like, your twin may be on the other side of the planet and you have to find your way together. A physical union or reunion with your twin is inevitable, and you and your twin flame are meant to be married to one another. And how could you not believe in it when you're constantly bombarded with videos and messages telling you that the divine masculine is hurting without you, they're suffering without you, he only wants you, they're in a karmic relationship with another man or woman, just have faith and they'll come to you. Or the 10 signs that twin flame union is near, or the 14 undeniable signs that you have met your twin flame. It's all garbage and the result of 3D programming. My favorite ones are the ones that talk about twin flame sex. Those amuse me because Individuals still stuck in a 3D reality see sex still as this physical thing, a hormonal happening. Yet, twins understand that sexual union with one another is very tantric. It's about complete union with God, self, and one another. It's sacred sex, not this empty, ego-filled sex that plagues society. It's the transmutation of sexual energy into something more pure and spiritual. This is the only way to be saved or to become enlightened or ascend. All those misguided messages do is keep you from working on yourself and becoming who you were meant to be. They keep you stuck in ego patterns. That's where the suffering comes in. Understand that this concept of twin flame reunion is also grossly distorted. Twin flames are always in union. They're energetically linked and one. As one works on clearing the debris and their vibration raises, so does the other. There is no separation between you. You are one regardless whether they are here with you or in another spiritual plane. Union, or reunion, as everyone calls it, is not a destination that you need to get to. You are always in union with one another. Always. You share the same energy. Humans are so fond of having everything in the physical. There was union with one another from the second that you were created. A sacred union or marriage does not have to happen between twin souls. A sacred union is simply a union of full commitment that can happen with anyone. Twins are still individual people with free will of their own. They can still choose to be in relationships or married to someone else. They can choose to have children with other people. Their life is still their own choice. And as their twin, there's peace. You lovingly accept it, honor it, and respect it. Your focus is the mission together, not the physical relationship between you two. The love is completely unconditional. Whew. With twin souls, they will always work together. Now, that doesn't mean that you will work together physically. You will work together towards the same mission energetically and telepathically. Much of it will be unconscious to the human mind, but very well aligned with the higher selves of one another. Their mission and the purpose of what they're here to do merges with one another. One may play a greater role than the other, but they are bonded at the soul level, whether they are in a romantic relationship or not. One of the twins could be a leader or an innovator, while the other could just be a workhorse. Both could be in the healing profession, the arts, the sciences, humanities, or justice, but their work will be complementary. Oftentimes, the female counterpart will be the one in the forefront or the spotlight, while her male counterpart still struggles with the thought that he's not enough or he can't do what she's doing. His mission with her will remain in his head. Even if he's not conscious of it, he's still working with his counterpart in a way complementary to her. You will never find a twin soul couple with one of them working on Wall Street in New York while the other one's working in California as an artist. Will not happen. Twin flames will be united in their mission and purpose. They will be as one, each expressing themselves uniquely together and not individually. Their jobs will be perfectly aligned and in service to humanity. They will be the protectors of the oppressed or the voice of the voiceless. The union is, we are together. I will love you completely forever, no matter what. We are participating in this journey together. It is a complete union of purpose. And twin flames are not creating videos on YouTube on how to meet your twin flame, how to reunite with them, or talking about the twin flame journey, how great they are because they're part of some seed or monad tribe. It is not part of their purpose and mission. It's the lower ego that pushes for popularity around that crap, not the ascended master. Think of it this way. Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Kuan Yin, Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, many others who walked the earth were ascended masters. They transcended the ego and taught others how to live in harmony and unison with their higher selves. They taught people how to transcend the human experience and be unified. They became legends because of the lives they transformed, not because they created a bunch of videos elevating themselves to fame. They didn't go around promoting themselves and their divine counterparts as ascended masters and twin flames. Twin flames will teach you how to become a better version of yourself and how to clear the debris or break the programming or connect with your higher self and live abundantly. That is part of their purpose here. But at no point are they sitting there pointing out the fact that they are twin flames. Twin flames are the change makers. They're the ones working or volunteering in positions where they can make an impact on society, communities, or the collective as a whole. Our purpose is to first expose the corruption, the lies, the greed, and the imbalance within organizations, institutions, governments, education systems, health systems, and mindsets. Individually and collectively, we tear it all down. Our job is to deconstruct it all to help bring balance so that those you know as starseeds and crystals can begin to rebuild in a way that is completely aligned with divine purpose. We bring justice and healing to the planet. We are the ambassadors, the ascended master teachers for all of humanity. We have previously agreed to use our lives for the betterment of all. Our purpose is to take all of our family karmic patterns and conditioning, we take it on and heal those entire lines and ancestries, breaking the old paradigms and ways of thinking that no longer serve. We are balancing the scales for our family karma. We are the purifiers. We carry the blueprint for harmonious relationships that are totally balanced in every way. I am in the process of creating a program around this truth, the truth of how these harmonious relationships are truly formed. It begins and ends with Tantra. And nope, Tantra is not just a book of sexual positions. That's one of the lies I'm going to dispel. See, everyone talks of ascension and enlightenment and union with God. They look for it in religious texts and everywhere else, but where the truth actually lies. There are those of you who have been seeking the knowledge your entire lives, and there are those of us that brought it to this planet already knowing. There is no ascension outside of Tantra, an alchemical marriage between two souls. There is a divine blueprint of balance between twin flames. It is a harmonious relationship like no other. It's a balanced give and take, emotional equilibrium, mutual respect, true friendship, and abundance on all levels. There is no separation because they're literally one. It's unlike anything the world has ever known before. It's egoless and unconditional love. And it is what we are here to model and teach the rest of humanity. The world is so consumed with this twin flame phenomenon. What is my twin doing? Who is he with? I've done all the work, but he's still not here. It's time to talk about this concept of doing the work. In the next video, I'm going to rip back the veil as we become incredibly clear on what work you need to be doing. I hope we are clear now about the truth of twin flame relationships. I will meet you in the next video, balancing the ego. Until then, I wish you love, joy, peace, and happiness. Namaste.